Latest on the Brian Williams situation is Drudge just leaked that Savannah Guthrie now is at the top of the replacement list. Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. You know, Savannah Guthrie, as recently as 3 years ago, was on the 9 a.m. show on MSNBC with F. Chuck Todd, basically with nobody watching her. You know what NBC does? I happen to know this from an impeccable source. It's not true. Back when MSNBC was striving to be a mainstream network, whenever they would hire female infobabes and anchors, they lured them in by promising them a good shot at Katie Couric's job on the Today Show. And that's what they all wanted. Except an offer from MSNBC because they're being told it could lead, they were never promised, but it could lead to the prime spot on the Today Show. And that's how they lured a number of the female hires in. So Savannah Guthrie goes to the Today Show to replace Ann Curry, who was unceremoniously, maybe ceremoniously dumped. And she's now at the top of the list. That used to be Lester Holt. And then, also on that list was Matt Lauer. But the problem with putting Matt Lauer in there was if you take Matt Lauer off of the Today Show and put him on the NBC Nightly News, you might impact ratings negatively and cause it to lose some money. The Today Show pays for a lot of the other NBC shows that don't make any money. The NBC Nightly News, what's left of it all, was the highest-rated evening newscast with Brian Williams, and this is one. We had a caller yesterday who said, I don't understand how Brian Williams is still even in the conversation. And it's a great point. How is Brian Williams even still in the conversation to return to the anchor chair with everybody knowing what they know about him? The jokes, the snark, the disrespect on Twitter alone is enough for anybody to know that Brian Williams, whether deservedly or not, is never going to be anything other than a sitting joke if he returns to the narrative anchor chair on NBC Nightly News. But it was the highest rated, and therefore it had money coming in commensurately that. And the two female execs, it is said that they fear the loss of their, get this now, they fear losing their jobs if Brian Williams is fired. If that's not 180 degrees out of it, Deborah Turness, the Brit import who hired him, and her female boss are trying, it is reported now, and again, this could be all wet, it's a drive-by media, but it's reported they're trying to hold on to him because the number one ratings that he got mean they get to keep their jobs. Because they're the ones that put him in the chair or so whatever. They're the immediate superior, so they get the credit for it being number one. And if he loses the gig, if they take it away from him, they fear they could lose their jobs. Now think about your job, in your mind, if this report's true, your job being saved is dependent on making sure a guy who makes it up remains your anchor on the NBC Nightly News. Is that not screwed? I don't know what is.